And now it's time for One Sentence Wonders, a different concept from your friends at Turnover Scissors Press. I'm going to be looking at an edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, March 17th, 2014, taking a particular single sentence, and this one was on the subject of TNA. Jeff Jarrett did a video where he said he would be making a big announcement on April 7th, the day after WrestleMania. Okay, so this particular single sentence has several immediate takeaways in my mind. Number one, Jeff Jarrett's announcements are still important to the business a full 8 years after this announcement. His podcast is one of the top-ranking podcasts in wrestling, and definitely his name's still making headlines in the Wrestling Observer, no less. Number two, this would be the announcement of Global Force Wrestling, something that had flashes of interesting roster members, announcers, and such, that was an alternative to TNA, if you can fathom that. Number three, smart business by saying the announcement for a day after WrestleMania, which is traditionally a hot news week, even though his idea has absolutely zero to do with WrestleMania. Taking advantage of wrestling fans' knowledge of the blockbuster event is smart from a business PR standpoint. And number four, very interesting that the first sentence in the TNA section is about Jarrett and something directly outside of TNA, yet that's how rightfully synonymous Jeff is with the company that he orchestrated from the get-go. So there you have it, my friends. Single sentence analyzed and looked at years later, Wrestling Observer. It's One Sentence Wonders from your friends. Turnover Scissors Press.